And while we're on the topic of like competing and stuff, how about MMA, right? Now, just to kind of remind
Yeah,
people a little bit,
I got some to get back too, huh? Yeah, I
yeah,
got to
yeah,
get
yeah.
that back.
You got to get your
Yeah,
get back in there.
I'll get my lick back
Yeah,
for sure by the end of this year.
by the end of this year. Okay.
Yeah, it's in
Um,
store. Like again, I'm not going to speak on things before they hatch come to
before they
fruition.
hatch. All right, I won't make you. I just would like to kind of get your thoughts then about how certain things played out because when we last spoke, you got cut from Bellator because I guess you didn't show up super prepared. Still kind of a weird one to me because fighters do that all the time to make money and then they turn around and now that they got the bag, they can train. Just putting that
They
out there.
invested into their camp. Yeah,
Yeah, like sometimes they just take the L because they like because of their situation in life. And then like after that, they're like, I got money now. I can train. Here, watch me what I can do now. But anyway,
yeah.
Bellator cut you over that. Then they signed with PFL. So like, did you go from like bitter to like a different feeling or anything like that? Or like maybe you weren't even bitter from the first place, but getting released, then PFL happening. How did you view that with how you tied into everything?
Um, yeah. I mean, honestly, I was totally indifferent. I had no feeling about it. Like when that happened, I didn't think I tied into it at all.
As far as
Honestly,
like
microcosm of macrocosm as a whole nother entity purchasing and another entity business shit
were
over
you
my
happy
head.
that maybe you weren't locked in, that you could have other options when you want to come back to fighting and stuff like that? Like, because otherwise, I don't know if you see this stuff, but I'll inform you. There's issues like with some of the bigger names at Bellator who get paid decent money. There's been some issues with PFL not wanting to sign them to fights because they don't really have the money to pay to honor their contract and stuff. So you got a lot of guys sitting out for a long period of time right now, just waiting, like sitting on their hands basically. So that could have possibly been you if you went over there and then they just don't have a fight. They also don't have a middleweight division, the PFL. You're a
Excuse
middleweight.
me. So I'm misunderstanding. So you're saying before this, what would you call a merger
Mm-hmm. Merger.
of PFL and Bellator? You're saying if I were, because Bellator dropped me.
Right.
I was out of contract with them. So the two fights I had left, you know, I wasn't expected to fight out my contract. So I become a free agent.
Correct.
So how do I go from free agency to a waiting list with PFL? Where do I ever come into play with PFL?
Okay. I'm just asking basically, do you think you dodged a bullet? Like you're not on a waiting list right now, but maybe you could have been if they kept you.
If Bellator kept me?
Yeah, if Bellator kept you.
If they kept me.
Like now you have options, is what I'm trying to say. Like PFL doesn't have a
Yeah.
middleweight
Well, I
division and
guess
shit
I
like that.
always have. I guess I just don't look too lucrative coming off of that performance. But yeah, there's tons of options, right? I guess. I mean,
I mean, you got
I
the
haven't
Bo
even
Nickel. You could go to
considered
the
it.
UFC. Like if you were still signed with
Yeah.
Bellator, you couldn't go to UFC. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah.
they sold. Do you think you dodged a
Yeah.
bullet?
Yeah, if they were selling, yeah. So what happened when they sold and they had all these guys on the contract? Is that what you're talking about being
That
there still?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
When
say.
they
They're having a hard
sold,
time honoring some of the top fighters that came over from Bellator
they are currently the belt. Oh, that's an issue right now.
currently. Like for example, right? Not that you're
I saw
involved.
that Gagar Musasi got let go, and that's a legend.
He got let go because uh Bellator signed him to a new contract, like with more money that before the merger, and then PFL doesn't want to honor that, and they're saying like, no, we didn't agree to that. So like that,
Wow.
yeah, and they released him because he made a stink
Oh,
about it,
I get what you're saying now. I
and you
dodged a
could have been
bullet.
in there.
I potentially could have dodged a bullet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who knows what type of clusterfuck these mugs are in? Right.
yeah, and they don't have a middleweight division. You know what I'm saying?
They don't?
PFL, they don't have a middleweight division.
Oh, well, when I fight, I'd like to do my camp over there in Dubai with Khamzat's team and go welterweight.
Okay,
That would be my MMA.
170.
Yeah,
Let's go.
get in real shape.
You'd be
Y'all
huge
gonna
for
see the
170.
Downey Labudov come out on these motherfuckers over there. I want to go over there and fight. Yeah,
Okay, hell yeah. Now,
get
so
that
you'd be down to
worldwide.
fight in Abu Dhabi was at like some of those like what do you call Middle East promotions? Get some
100%.
Russians. I would
A
love
hundred
that.
percent.
Yeah,
Fucking bangers.
I would
They
love
got
that.
guys over there, man. His whole team, Hamzat's team. They got guy Volgaev fighting for a million. badass motherfuckers. Got this guy Alan Dudayev, been in the UFC since he's like 35, 36, older than me, but good man strength, great skills. All his training partners are off the hook.
Hell yeah.
You
World
know,
class.
I come into a shark, we call them chainsaws, where one guy's in, you're rotating. We're rotating on Khamzat to get him tired. You know what I mean? Me staying in with these guys, I'd have gotten fucking mauled with I'd have gotten so tired. They're just able to break you. Where I'm usually just in here, and it was the best training of my life. That's where I need to go to if I go to fight, or and stay with like Wagner and these grapplers. The Brazilians and the Russians, man, those are my people. The Americans don't fuck with me. The wrestling dream might be dead. You know, the writing's on
Yeah.
the wall.
Hey, so that brings up a question, and then we'll wrap it up in about like let's just do
Keep
like 10
trying
more.
to keep trying to fit a triangle through a circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.